What's up, everybody? Hey boy, J Max here. So the oil cooler is finally in. Finally got everything. My new bumper that's gonna be installed too. Uh, I'm gonna probably do an oil change. I don't need an oil change right now because I did it like 2 months ago. It's still early, but while I'm in there, the car's jacked up. I'm just gonna do everything one time. So it's a little cold, like 9 degrees, but this has to get done today. I don't care, and I'm gonna try to soldier it out for y'all. The things that y'all will need, as you can see, I have the full kit here: the oil cooler, the 1-inch socket adapter to tighten the adapter up. You have your adapter, whatever that thing is called. I'm gonna change my oil filter, top up the oil. Apparently I'm supposed to probably use this full 5 liters as opposed to 4.5 liters. I got my my impact wrench and this adjustable wrench so that I could use on these, because you need a 26 millimeter thing, but there's no such thing as a 26 millimeters, so this will come in handy for that, to tighten it up. There's a few guidelines that you should or you may want to follow, so I'm gonna just run through them real quick with you. Number one is safety. As you can tell, my car is jacked on stands for safety purposes because I am going to be removing my front wheel to get to the oil filter and then do the installation. Next thing you want to practice safety in case the car rolls, because as you can tell my car is on somewhat of a slope. So with that being said, let's do an oil cooler. I'm gonna just try to pull off this bumper real quick. Y'all don't need me to show y'all how to do that. I'll try to make this video as short as possible. So I'm gonna get to that and I'm gonna catch y'all back. As y'all can see, these tires are pretty badly worn from the amount of torque and racing I do now, but it's all good. I got my 2 tires ready waiting. That's my slicks right there. So I'm gonna be doing a couple burnouts and wasting it out, get my money's worth, and then swapping it out to these 2. Okay, so now that we've disabled this thing, all the buttons, all the clips, all the trim clips, there's a few clips that runs underneath your bumper from the 04 Maxima for the stone shield. So you want to take those off to get the bumper off. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this out here right now. I have never done this before. I have no idea what I'm doing. I watch a few YouTube videos and basically that's what brings me to where I'm at right now. So I'm just saying, if I can do it, you can do it too. So my mounting plate, as y'all can see, this is a universal cooler. I went to work and I had this custom made for just to mount it somewhere. It looked pretty simple. I made this from a sheet of, I guess, L angle. So I made a really nice, shaved off all the excessive, because again that's extra weight. So I shave off all the excessive amount that I won't need. I'll be riveting 2 screws in here to mount it somewhere. Perfect. Yep, that fit perfect. You want to remove this shield here that protects the oil filter. Those clips are no good, so I guess I'll just get new ones. So as you can see, now that that's out of the way, you have access to your oil filter. So what you're gonna do is remove this oil filter and screw in your adapter. These filters are usually wrist tight, so you shouldn't need any extra set of power to unscrew it. At least I screw mine wrist tight. I'm not going to drain the oil out of the engine just yet because I want to get this out of the way. So I'll let that drain out a little bit and then find a safe place to fit my hoses. So how it would work, you want to take the side with the seal and put it up against your oil pump. Well, whatever that thing is. You want to lubricate it with a little bit of oil and find a safe place to direct the lines away from this belt. If your line get caught up in the belt, that's the next of the problem. So what I'm going to try doing is angling it this way. For these two screws on the side here, this is for guys who have like turbo system or pressure system that you want to measure the pressure. This is where it's going to go into. But you want to take off these two, I think it's 12mm bolts, and wrap it with Teflon tape, because if you don't, it's going to give you oil leaks. So you want to do that, get a roll of Teflon tape before, wrap that up. So you're going to have two of these holes. The longer one is going to go to your driver's side, and the shorter one is going to go to your passenger side. Just out of precaution, I'm going to use the Teflon tape on. I don't think I would need it, but just out of precaution. Now you're going to use your adjustable wrench. Alright, so now that I know my position for the oil cooler, I'm just going to place it down here for now. That actually fits pretty freaking sick. Alright, so basically the next step now is to find a safe location for your... Y'all may notice a slight difference in the video quality because my other camera just died on me, so hopefully it's not a big difference. Again, back to running the hoses to a secure, safe location. So because it was so difficult to screw it up in there, I decided that I'm just going to tighten it up before I put it on to the adapter. Okay, so now that I'm all mounted up, ready to go, after I'm done, I'm going to just take some some zip tie and just tie that up so that it doesn't catch the alternator belt, the crank pulley belt, for any reason. So while that is doing, I'm gonna drain my oil, and then while that's draining, I'll mount the brackets onto the car. Same thing applies with your oil filter. You just want to lube up the rings a little bit. No, I don't need to use more than one. Pretty stiff. Yeah, it's pretty good. So now I'm gonna do is take this, I guess, bracket that they provided and just secure these two holes like so. Alright, so now that my hoses are done, everything seems to be good. It's been fastened pretty properly to the bottom, as y'all can see. Just one screw, self-tapping screw, like bracket that I made at work. So now what I'm gonna do is basically just neaten it up a little bit. Take some zip ties, and hold them together so that they don't rub against anything or rub on the ground or anything like that. Always remember, double check your oil plug when you're tightening it, and tighten it wrist tight, not too tight. Double check your oil filter, wrist tight. Now that everything is over, I am going to go through every one of these parts individually, make sure everything is basically screwed up tight, there's no loose fittings, and add my oil, start her up, run her for about 15 minutes, 10 minutes, just to see if there's any oil squirting out anywhere. So let's go through this process. Fittings, I already did that at the end of the car. Everything's tightened up. Now to add in my oil. I'm gonna go ahead and add the full 5 liters. Alright, so I just realized I put in 10W40, which was my top-up oil. I didn't have any oil left, like 10W30. I usually use my 10W40 to top up during oil changes, but I didn't have any oil, so I guess I gotta go get me some 10W30 oil, or 5W. But anyways, this could work for now. It's no biggie. Let's start her up and see how she works, if there's any oil pressure leak. Everything seems to be running a-okay so far. No leaks. So I'm gonna just run it for about 10 more minutes, 5-10 more minutes, and see if there's any oil leaks. And that, my friends, is a 2004 Nissan Maxima oil cooler installation. It took me about 30 minutes, I would say, actual work, because I had everything all over the place, but 30 to 40 minutes average with no experience. Alright, so that cooler is installed behind there. You can't really see it, but you know it's there. Just installed my fresh bumper. Got a little incident the other day. So I'll probably use that one in the winter time. Swap this out under the swap this one out. Now to get that lip on, I don't have any help, so can't put it on. Alright, she is done. So today I installed my oil cooler. I painted my calipers and rotors. I installed my new bumper because I had a little incident. And yeah, she's ready. She's good now. She may not be your taste, but she damn well is mine. Anyways, your boy J Max signing out. See y'all in the next video. 1.